Congressman Sutsman, good to see you. Thanks so much for coming on. Now, I know that you've been an outspoken supporter of DOGE. So which cuts, in your opinion, so far have been the most impactful to the budget?
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks for having me on. And I was just telling some folks the other day, that we've needed somebody to come in with forensic accounting and take a deep dive and look at federal government spending. We get frustrated in Congress frequently because we appropriate money to different agencies and then we find out that the money is spent on these different items that we didn't feel like that was ever authorized. But in this case, with President Trump and Elon Musk, the federal government's getting the colonoscopy that it's needed for a long time. And so, whether it's the foreign aid spending that we know is it's not necessary for American security or national security, or the fact that we've got $36 trillion of debt right now, and our own economy is struggling, and people are seeing their own budgets out of whack because cost of living's gone up, but the cost of wages have not. So it's an important time, and I'm glad that Trump and Elon Musk are doing the work that they're doing.
What do you say to those who say, hey, the cuts are fine, but some of these are just a small portion of the federal budget?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, $20 million that's being spent over in Iraq for a Sesame Street show. Yeah, $20 million is not a lot in the context of a $6 trillion, $7 trillion budget. But the fact is that every penny, every dollar, we should know about and where it goes. And transparency is a good thing. And so as DOGE starts doing their work on these smaller items like this, it's going to create this narrative that there is a lot of waste and there's a lot of abuse of the taxpayer dollars, and that we should be cautious with where each dollar is spent. So it'll build this momentum, and then it'll continue to say, you know what, we can find more, which they are, and then they're going to go to one agency to the next, and it'll also give Congress the ability to plan better and to authorize and appropriate dollars that really are being careful with the American taxpayer dollar.
You know what, to that point, it brings me to my next question. Do you foresee any cuts to things like Medicaid, Social Security, defense spending?
I don't know. It depends on what they find. I know that the DOGE committee has said that they're going to look at Department of Defense. I mean, I know for a fact there's waste and abuse in the Department of Defense, which is typically a strong Republican, has a lot of Republican support. But when you get into Medicaid, Medicare, it's a mess right now. There's so many fingers into the cookie jar that I think they will find waste and abuse. Social Security, Elon has said that there's billions of dollars that are going out to people that don't even have a Social Security number. So we're going to have to follow all those up and find out what's happening and start cleaning it up. So I don't think anything should be left off the table, frankly.
Why let Elon Musk do this, Congressman, and not somebody who was maybe elected to office?
Well, you know what, a lot of people are making a big deal about that, and it shouldn't be a surprise. I mean, at the end of the day, President Trump is responsible for this, and President Trump selected one of the smartest guys that knows how to build a business. I mean, you talk about rocket science, well, Trump's done it, or Elon has done it. And so he's very capable, and it's not just him, it's his team of people that know how to apply software programs and overlap an accounting program that really finds and goes through each spending and is able to extract the information out of that to get good reports. I mean, that's really an important piece. I mean, I'm a small business owner. My budget's much smaller, but I still have to pay attention every day to each expenditure and ask, what's that for, or what is that expenditure going out for? Because if you want to be able to make sure you're going to be successful in business, you would want those same principles applied to our government as well.